I hope you enjoy hearing my thought process behind everything. And of course, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. My first person this week is Kylie, who requested birth flowers of her children's birth months. And she has graciously provided me with this lovely reference, which I'm actually going to save for later. I refuse to have them memorized because I'm always afraid I'll get them wrong. So I always have my clients send which flowers or which month they want to go with. She has also sent me the picture of her current tattoo because we're going to build up the birth flowers around it so I can draw straight on top and have my stencil ready for her. First of all, I'm looking at the shape of her arm here, try to divide it in thirds, and luckily our focal piece is in the center. And then I'm just going to build up other flowers. So I think if it flows this way, that'll work nicely with her forearm there. And maybe another flower right here. I put loose placements of each flower just to make sure that the shapes flow really nicely. Then I draw over and over until the lines become cleaner and nicer. I like to draw intuitively and basically let my hands do its own thing. So I try to just empty my mind, let my hands create the design for the clients and see where the creative energy takes me. On the day of the appointment, we decided to add the names of the children to match Waylon's right there. I know I usually love bold and vibrant, large pieces, but this time I tried to be as dainty and delicate as possible, as that is more up to my client's aesthetics. Here's the final look. She decided to add some colors into it, which makes this her first color tattoo. Yay! I'm so happy whenever I convert a black and gray person to colors. Up next, we have Jennifer. She has requested a tattoo of a rosy maple moth that matches her arm. So she has sent me this really nice picture of her arm when it's nice and flat, not angled. And this is on the other side of the arm or on the other arm, I forget. But that's what she currently has that we are trying to match. And these are the reference photos she sent me. So this one is a little more illustrative and neo-traditional, and this one is more realistic. I wonder if it's done by my friend Shelby. If it is, hi Shelby. So I'm going to pull up some reference photos here. I try not to trace so much because then I would not be bringing my artistic interpretation into this, right? But I still want to come up with things that are anatomically correct, even if I also love illustrative and neo-traditional style. And I picked this design or this picture because some of the moths have really straight wings, and this one is more angular and folded, and this kind of matches that. I have tattooed a rosy maple moth in the past. It's actually from my tattoo flash, but that design is a little bit smaller for this area. I want to make sure it fits nicely and give Jennifer a brand new tattoo that I have not done before. It's still going to be really fun. So I'm really excited to draw this. So again, I'm looking at this shape right here. And we want it to be similar to her current tattoo, which is sitting kind of folded like so. But we also want to consider the placement of her shoulder there, her armpit. I try not to go too close to the armpit, one, because it's sensitive, and two, it's going to be folded. So there isn't really a point of putting so much into the area that's folded. So I'm going to focus more on the lower side and maybe include some flowers. I see she has a rose right there. And I know this one doesn't, but I think adding something there will be a nice touch. Otherwise, she'll end up with this awkward gap. So I'm going to maybe add some leaves at the bottom to offset that, but the moth is going to be predominantly sitting right there. Griffey. I cannot draw for my clients. So sorry. I am so sorry I have to move you, Griffey, but I need my scheduler. Can you get up? Griffey, please get up. Bye. Let me see who I have on Wednesday. When Jennifer came in, she told me that she was telling her boss how she's going to get a tattoo by somebody who used to be a pharmacist. And her boss said, "Who?" She told him my name, and he said he knows me, and we did used to work together. Pharmacy is such a small world. But, anyways, this is how it turned out. It looks so cute. I chose the purple magenta color for the wild roses in the bag to complement the yellow in the moth there. I made the leaves slightly darker to make sure that the moth really pops. I know a lot of people like pastel, but dark makes things pop. Up next, I have Janie, who's requested the Derpy Tiger and the Magpie from Korean Demon Hunter. And as a Korean artist, I feel so called to do this project. So I'm going to get my reference from the source here. I try to watch the scene if somebody requests a character from movies and shows. And I liked how that magpie looked right there. So just gonna take a quick screen cap. I like this face a lot, so I'm gonna take a picture of that. I also pulled this one up because this is one of the original minhwa or folklore paintings that I grew up and am very familiar with. I love how the shapes are so wonky and the face is so wonky. It's definitely got a charm. So I'm gonna use that as a reference and attempt to achieve the vibe there. So this is just how I like to draw for my appointments. I try not to trace everything and still bring something new to the table. And if you say that tracing makes me not an artist, please go back to review tattoo history. It's a general shape of the face. I love these wavy effect at the bottom. I love the chunky tail, so I'll definitely incorporate that, but I'll bring it down further since the calf is more of a vertical space. I'm debating whether to have the tongue sticking out with the envelope or not, but I can definitely ask her on the day and go from there. I like to leave things very intuitive and not too planned out, even though I can be very type A. And I know some artists won't even draw for things ahead of time. But I have too much anxiety, so I have to. This helps me feel prepared. My mom used to say if you see a magpie outside of your house, somebody's gonna die in the family. It never happened, so I don't know why she kept repeating that, but that's something she believed and she did not like these birds. So I drew the rest of the design without recording, but here is how it looks. I hope she likes it. When Janny came in, I feel like we connected right away, both being Korean Americans. There were so many things we could talk about, like our families and culture. And that kind of filled an empty spot in my heart a little bit because there are no other Korean people around where I live. So it was such a fun appointment. I believe this was her very first color tattoo as well. Here's how everything turned out, and I think it looks so, so cute. Love it so much. I'm definitely going to share this with my daughter who also loves K-pop Demon Hunters. My favorite character is Abby and Jinu. I really hope there's a second movie and that they would bring Jinu back. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite K-pop Demon Hunter character. It's Thursday morning. I just came to the shop and saw the message from my client this morning saying she can't make it because she's not feeling good. If you're watching, I hope you're feeling better by now. It's totally okay if you have to cancel due to sickness. I just wish that I knew earlier because I have so much things that need to be done at the house. I wish that I stayed home to get them done and then come in later for my afternoon appointment. But it's totally not my client's fault for not feeling well. I am feeling a bit burnt out this week. I have my flash day tomorrow. So, with the cancellation this morning, it's a blessing in disguise. I get to take a little step back and prepare for tomorrow so that doing I'm not going crazy during the flash day. I always feel like I need to fill up my books, and then when I have cancellations, I end up booking even more appointments, burning myself in the process, and now I'm just like, I can't this week already. All I can think about is sweaters and cuddling under blankets since it's cooling down now. I just placed an order from Mood Fabrics for some fall sewing projects. I still haven't opened my sewing machine from the Prime Day, but I'm going to really commit to it. You guys have to keep me accountable. I have a lot of ideas. I'm basically going to be sewing up some ready to wear clothes that are more casual, like casual chic. I can't say it right. We bought some pumpkins last weekend and decorated the garden, but now I'm noticing that we need to tidy up the garden because, we have stupidly strict HOA, so we better get things all nice and pretty. So I gotta do some weeding, trimming the garden, all the boring old people stuff. And I really miss sitting down to draw. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of steam, shall we say, on my art inspiration. Morning, thankfully, with this morning opening up, I'll have some time to sit down and reassess my designs and try to get on the same page as my clients with their requests. I did get to do a quick frame shopping at Hobby Lobby today for some of these frames I've been having for a long time. This I got when I went to New York City. I have a beagle, so I had to get this one. And then this print is from Sam Ford, who is at Love Struck Annapolis, and I love all her artworks. Of course, I forgot to bring in my drill, so today I'll just be framing these up, but I'll have to come in with my drill another day to redo some of my wall space here. I want to switch things out to fall items. This is the artist who painted that Beagle Bagel painting in New York. All her stuff is so cute. They have puppies, mostly a lot of glitter, so they're right up my alley. Definitely check her out. Today I treated myself with lunch from the Hive Coffee House. They are like 5 minutes away from the shop. I love their place. So I got the gobbler sandwich, which has turkey and cranberry and something else, but I forget, and some macarons for dessert. This one is cranberry apple cider, I think. That one is butter brickle, and that one brown sugar espresso. I'm so excited to try them all. And for the coffee, I got white hazelnut latte. I'm so excited. This is so good. It's perfect for fall weather. I can't wait for Thanksgiving season, and this has the perfect amount of turkey, cranberries, and spinach, I think. It's really good. Any clients of mine that come to the shop, especially from out of town, you guys definitely have to try the Hive Coffee House. I just had half a sandwich, and I'm going to save this one for later in the day because I know I'm going to get hungry later on. And I can't decide which one to try first. I'm going to go with butter brickle. I think it looks most fun, and I don't know what brickle is, so I'm actually going to look it up. According to Google, a brickle is a hard, easily broken candy or toffee, so I'm very excited for this. My daughter and I have been obsessed with Honeybee ASMR. That it's a channel where she eats candy on camera, and the ASMR is so satisfying. Can't imagine doing that every day for channels. I don't know how she does it, but here we go. This is so soft, and there isn't a lot of good ASMR sound, but it tastes so good. It's like eating butter flavored cloud. Sorry. So good. I just got the stencils printed out for my afternoon client, and I'm really excited. Look, I have tattooed her in the past, and I should have taken measurement of her chest while I had her in my room. This tattoo is going to be for her chest. She did send me some dimensions, but this is my guess on how it's going to look based on my estimation. I think the design might be a little too much. I am a maximalist by nature and cannot keep things minimal. So we will see how she feels about everything. Here's how everything is going to look. I'm going to put them two together and we'll see if she wants to make any adjustments. I'm hoping she'll be cool with this since we've worked together in the past and we're on the same aesthetics and vibes. So we'll see. I also wanted to share with you guys what she had put down in the request form because the way she went about it was absolutely perfect. So under why do you want this design, she put, it started as a silly joke because the birds are called great tits. The more I looked into the bird and their roles in the ecosystem and the folklore tied to them, I fell in love with them. I love the idea of a piece that looks like it belongs in the overdramatic neighbor's house. Then under what concept are you interested in getting tattooed? Please be as specific as possible. She put elements for chest piece. Great tip birds, only two birds. High tea vibes, macabre, gothic elements, welcome. Glitter goth, kitsy. If Vivian Westwood and Elvira planned a tea party in the Shire. Sweet spot of elegant, cozy, kitsch, and spooky. Don't shy away from pastels. The reference picture gives the vibe of a darker color palette, but if you feel it works, go right ahead. Fun fact, the great tit is a symbol for healing in Welsh mythology. She also adds size. I'm thinking about doing this as 3 portions of the same piece, if that makes sense, because I'm factoring in placement. Left chest approximately 5 by 5, great tip bird as a candlestick, reference attached. Center snack assortment like macarons, finger sandwiches, grapes, pomegranate, berries, flowers. Teapot with great tit incorporated into it. Taller side, metallic handle and feet. I can provide more reference pictures. Right chest, 7 by 5 approximate measurement. Perfectly fine if it goes over the shoulder or clavicle. Note on size, I would like this piece to span across my chest because there's a piece on the left side of my chest already. I'm trying to factor that in. Apologies if these measurements seem screwy. Vibes, kitschy, would love it if the bat brooch, which is the tattoo that's already there, is married into it. Antique, it looks like it belongs in the home of someone's eccentric and flighty aunt. Okay with multiple sessions. No goes, black and gray. So she gave me a plethora of information behind this tattoo without telling me her life story. She stuck to the relevant and significant part of this tattoo that I need to know as the person designing it. She gave me the sizes, she gave me what she would like to go where, the vibe she's looking for, and the no-goes in there. But notice that she was open-minded to my interpretation. She basically gave me all the ideas I needed, and she was willing to go with what I came up with based on everything else. She wasn't trying to be controlling or anxious. I felt like what she put down in her request form was a perfect balance of being specific, but also being open to the collaboration. So I really appreciated that. So this is how it's going to look when it's put together. And from pit to pit, my measurement is 14.5 inches. When she comes in, I'll do a final measurement and make sure everything fits together. Her actual measurement was off by half an inch, so I had to reprint and put everything together again, which is totally fine because everything has to be perfect before it's permanent. And as you can see, she has the bat tattoo that we had done before, so we had to fit things around that. This is how the final stencil placement looks like. Unfortunately, we weren't able to finish the outlines today, but that's totally okay. It was kind of expected because the chest is a very sensitive area, so I really should have started with thin outlines all around first before putting different line weight. Thankfully, we got a lot of work done on the important spots, so the next time we pick up where we left off, it should be fairly easy to do so. I'm so proud of you, Ashley. Since I had extra time today, I printed out all the flash designs I will be tattooing tomorrow during my Halloween flash day. I'm gonna cut all these out so that I'm not scrambling tomorrow. Gotta watch these again. I had all the intention of filming myself and talking more to the camera on my flash day, but of course, it got super busy. So we started with Candy, who requested the pumpkin pot and the spider. I had so much fun getting to know Candy and her husband. They were such a good couple. Up next, we had Juliana, who got the tattoo of this ghost reading a book. We talked about our love for Disney and her exciting upcoming trip. So I am wishing her the best luck and hopefully she takes a lot of photos with this new tattoo. Next up, we had Jessica, whom I have tattooed multiple times before. She always drives from Maryland. So we got to take a look at the healed unicorn tattoo that we did last time. And today we did the bat tattoo. We actually combined the bat design and the witch hat design and matched the colors to the colors in the unicorn tattoo. And I think the combination turned out super cute. It made me so happy to see them side by side. It was also her birthday today, so she had treated herself to fancy nails and now tattoo. I'm so happy for her. Next, we had Tiffany. You know, she is my girl. I think she was one of the very first clients I had after graduating from tattoo apprenticeship. And we had covered her both arms with my flash designs. She always requests such fun ideas. Today we combined 3 different flash designs for this tattoo. And of course, I had to see her fancy nails too. She always has really fun nails. Last but not leastly, we had Cecily, who also gets a lot of flash designs from me. I love her choice, and we always talk about animes and movies. And it turns out she had gotten nails done too. I don't know why, but everyone has such amazing nails and rings, so I had to record everything. I just got home from my flash day. It's 9 p.m. There are so many things I want to update you guys with, but unfortunately, I did not have the bandwidth to do that. So I will see you tomorrow, all refreshed, and yeah, my brain is not working anymore. So thank you so much for everyone who showed up today. I had so much fun. We tattooed 5 people and 7 tattoos, I believe. I don't even know. Today's Saturday. I'm ready for the last day of the week. It was such a busy week, especially yesterday. The flash day turned out so successful. I tattooed 5 people and 6 tattoos. I actually squeezed somebody in later today for 2 flash designs. I can't wait to do them and show you guys everything I got to tattoo this week. If you enjoyed everything, definitely give it a like and subscribe. In the morning, I got to tattoo a custom skinny guinea pig tattoo for Morgan. Skinny guinea pigs are also known as hairless guinea pigs, and look how cute he is. She requested a tattoo of one of her guinea pigs with some wildflowers. So that's what we have. I don't think I got to record my drawing process here. Let me know if you enjoyed that part or if you enjoy the final products or the process behind the tattoos. And in the afternoon, I got to squeeze in another person for 2 extra Halloween flash designs. I wish I had more than 24 hours in a day to tattoo everyone. But this week was so fun. Thanks for watching, everyone.